entering kindergarten. She will be the first of our grandchildren to start school here in the fall.
Do you have an open attitude in mind when it comes to sensitive issues in the school system?
Well, having worked in a nonprofit, I learned more sensitivity. We help the people most in need in our community. I organize churches and volunteers and businesses to help people in need for 6 years. And very sensitive cases, things that you need to keep confidential. And and in my leadership training, of course, that is high. And I've been attending the school board meetings for the last 2 years to learn and to observe and to see why maybe some decisions are made the way they are and why some things are not revealed to the public to protect personal issues. So yes, I'm very sensitive to that.
What is your position on pedagogical services for the underprivileged?
I believe the youth are actually, of course, we all say this, the youth are the future of our community. I believe our community is distinctly different than most in the state, being that we are one of the lowest, poorest, illest communities in the state. I think we've risen a couple of places, but we're still at the very bottom of the 97, 94 counties in the state. So we have unique problems, but we want to give students everything they need. But we don't want to enable them and hand everything to them so that they don't learn to earn things. You know, nowadays the millennials have this bad reputation for feeling like they don't have to earn their trophies and earn their keep. So I would like to find that balance. When I was a teacher, before they served school lunches, I would take the cereal in and the paper cups in the morning and make sure children weren't hungry. And I really feel like it should be up to us as individuals to help people as well as the government. I'm dealing with a needy family right now, and I've helped them to my extreme limit, and now it's time for the government to step in. So that's what I think. We need to help these children and as individuals, and then turn it over to the government to do what we can't.
What steps would you take if a situation arose in which an angry parent confronted you on an issue?
Okay, I had that happen when I was an assistant principal. The lady was very angry because I had kicked her children off the bus. She had been drinking heavily, and I was alone at school, so I thought, I'm going to play dead, because then she won't beat me up. So that was the first thought that came to my mind, play dead. But, you know, especially in my human behavior studies, my leadership studies, my experience of handling discipline for 28 school buses for 4 years, I learned to handle all different kinds of situations. And if somebody is listened to, number one, that is the first thing to calm somebody down. Anybody, listen to them, try to understand where they're coming from, not where I'm coming from, where they're coming from first. And let them know you love their children, number one. They can treat their children as terrible as they want, but don't you try it, because you'll have an enemy. Of course I wouldn't treat kids badly, and it's not the position of a school board member to get involved in discipline matters, but it is the position of a school board member to make sure the community and the parents feel like these matters are handled properly, and number one, their children are safe at school.
What are your priorities on spending the taxpayers' dollars when it comes to advancing the education and future success of our students?
Okay, number one priority for spending tax dollars is what is best for the students. Not as what is best for the parents, not what is best for the staff, but what is best for the students. And number two, what does our community want our children to learn? We have vocational programs, and we are in deep need of more vocational business people, carpenters, plumbers. Have you tried to get a carpenter lately? Electricians. So, what was the question?
What are your priorities on spending the taxpayers' dollars when it
Okay.
comes to advancing the education and future success of our students?
Okay, what do the kids need? What does our community need? I will support all vocational programs. We have pushed and pushed too many kids to try to fit in the mold of college, putting them in deep debt to get there and throughout their lives trying to pay off this debt into something they didn't fit into in the first place. So we'll push vocational because I've known this community. I've lived in Stark County my entire life, and that's what we need. But we will also support those kids who want to go to college and do everything we can to make that affordable and get their applications filled out for all this financial aid.
Can you support a decision made by the school board even if you did not vote for it?
Okay, I'm getting on everybody's nerves because I'm yelling so loud. Can I support a decision? Sometimes we have to agree to disagree. I may be the wrong 1 out of 5. I may be the right 1 out of 5. But when I take that pledge to be on that school board, I will have to go with the majority vote. That does not mean I can't try to convince. I can't try to study and research and do all my homework and try to convince them. But once the decision's made, and I feel like it's great to have that agreement upon all of us. We've made this decision, we are a team, now we need to go to the community and support the decision and make the best of it. Maybe not say, yeah, I disagree, but I think it'll work because they think it'll work too.
Last question. There is a lot of business when it comes to a school board. Purchases, leases, budgets, etc. The position does not have the members working directly with children. What is your background in business?
Well, our family owns and operates a large, well, it's really a small business in the world, but kind of a large business to us. And so it's constantly the plan, the long-term plan. I think that's what we are lacking right now because of 3 superintendents, different ones in a row. They all have their maybe good ideas. We can't always say what's the best idea. What is 80% the best idea? Nothing's ever going to be 100%. So we have to go with that. And really, we hire the superintendent and the business manager to make those decisions. We're to tell the administrators and the staff at the school what to do, but not how to do it. So the position of a board member would be to say, we need to balance this budget. You figure out how to do it, and here's our suggestions. Can you repeat that so I make sure I covered it?
There's a lot of business when it comes to a school board. Purchases, leases, budgets, etc. The position does not have the members working directly with children. What is your background in business?
Okay. Yeah. And I will. A board needs to make sure that who they hire as superintendent can be trusted and depended upon to know the decisions that with each board member, there's such a varied background that we can't know everything she knows. She studied years to be the superintendent, and the business manager knows numbers. Our job is to say, is it balancing, and why not, and what can we do, but we don't know exactly how to do it, but we have to depend on you to figure that out. And if they can't figure that out, and if our school can't figure out how to give their grade above a D, then we need different leadership. So, okay, improve our achievement. We'll give you 2 to 4 years. If you can't do it, there's somebody who can. That's it? Okay, thank you very much. Sorry I yelled.
Well, I'd like everybody to give the candidates a round of applause for their time and effort. And thank you for taking your time and being interested in the school board. As I said, the next meeting will be 5 o'clock, the 20th here. And that's the night we will appoint the school board member. So at this time, to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second. Okay, meeting is adjourned.